Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video because today I'm going to be doing the Victoria's Secret Angel Makeup Tutorial. This is a trend that's gone viral on TikTok, especially with the return of Victoria's Secret and their fashion show that's coming up. I watched a lot of videos for inspiration, and this is the routine and steps that I came up with to get the look that you're watching now. So if you want to see how I got here, then please stay on and keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing that I did for this look is do a spritz of some facial mist. We want to make sure that the skin is nice and hydrated before we start. And then we're going to do moisturizer. Again, this is super important because this look is all about the glowy skin. Next, I'm going to go in with my Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. Again, same thing. This is going to make it so our skin shines underneath the makeup. And now we're going to do some pore filling action. I'm using my e.l.f. Putty Primer, and we're going to go into the sides of the nose and wherever my pores are most noticeable. And then I'm going to start with brows, which is something that I don't usually do. I usually do foundation first and then brows, but on almost all of the tutorials that I saw, they start with the brows. So I'm going to do that as well. And we are going to be doing some fluffy brows. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze Styling Wax and using it all over the brows with a spoolie to brush those hairs up. And after that, if I see that there are some areas that need some filling in, I'm going to do that using my NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I am using the shade Espresso. Now I'm going to go in with foundation all over the face using my Ride or Die Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation, and we're applying that with a flat brush for the most coverage. Then I'm going to go in with concealer, starting with a shade that matches my skin tone to add some extra coverage to my under eyes, forehead, and chin. And then with a concealer that's 1 or 2 shades lighter than my skin tone, I'm going to go on top of those areas. And then also on the outer corners of the eye to highlight, we're going to add light there, and it's going to help give the face a lifted look too. So we're gonna look like we have supermodel cheekbones here. Now we're gonna do some contour, and this was the product used on one of the tutorials that I saw when I was researching this process, so I got it. This is the e.l.f. Cosmetics Halo Glow Beauty Wand, and we're gonna use it on the temples and cheekbones and sides of the nose, and blending all of that out with a beauty blender. And I actually thought I needed a little bit more contour, so I went in with my Iconic London Multi-Use Sculpting Palette just to add a little bit more color on there. Next, we're going to do some cream blush, and I am using the Patrick Ta Double Take Creme and Powder Blush in the shade She's Giving, and using the cream side with a brush to blush up those cheeks. And I did go in with a sponge afterwards just to make sure that the color wasn't too saturated. After that, we're going to do some cream highlighter. We're using the same e.l.f. Glow wand, but we're using the highlighter one, and we're dotting that on the high points of the cheekbones and blending that out with a sponge. And as you can see, this highlighter is amazing. so bright, and it's not glittery at all. It was actually my first time using it, and I loved it. So once we're done with all of our creams, we used a translucent setting powder to set the under eyes, the chin, and the forehead. And then with whatever's left in the sponge, we're going to go in on the entire face to set it. And then to make sure that we don't lose the glowiness and that the powder melts into the skin, I did a little bit of the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. And once that's done, we're gonna do eyeshadow. I went in with the OG Jaclyn Hill and Morphe palette, and I did this shade right here, which is like a light peach nude. And I just grabbed a fluffy brush and I applied it all over the crease, just going back and forth with the brush to make sure it's really nice and blown out. And then smoking out the lower lash line with that same shade. And for the lid, we're gonna do a beautiful like light gold shimmer, and we're gonna add that with our fingers all over the lids. Then I jumped back to blush a little bit because I felt like I needed more. So I went on top of the cream that we had done with the powder and that same Patrick Top blush. Then hopping back to the eyes, I did a small wing using a brown liquid eyeliner. We want to do brown just so that it gives you a softer look instead of doing something harsh and black. And then to make sure it's not so shiny and a little bit buffed out, I went in with a brown eyeshadow on top of it and buffed it out. And I added that dark brown to only the outer portion of the lower lash line just for more depth and to make the look a little bit more sultry. Up next, we're going to do some mascara to the bottom lashes and a little bit on the top ones too before going in with some baby false lashes. For this, the more natural your falsies, the better. And that's it for the eyes. Up next, we're gonna do lips, and I'm doing something very rosy, some berry lips. So I used the NYX Retractable Lip Liner in the shade Nude Pink. After that, I used the Flower Beauty lipstick in the shade Autumn Rose. And for lip gloss, I did the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. And with those juicy lips in place, this was the final look. And when I tell you I felt so pretty in this look, I loved it so much. And it's also giving me like an air of bridal. It looks very soft and ethereal. I really loved it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in that comment section down below. Like this video if you did like it. And if you haven't yet, subscribe, because the most wonderful time for makeup is coming. Halloween and Dia de los Muertos too. So I have a lot of content coming up themed around that. And if you haven't yet, follow me on TikTok, because on TikTok I do post twice every single day. So yeah, follow me there, subscribe, do all of those things. And above all else, thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.